Hello, and welcome to the 36th season of Sims 4 Survivor. This is Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang. Yes, we are returning to Tomarang. We haven't been there since all the way from season 4, Generations. We have an all newbie cast here, and there is a little bit of a theme with this cast, because every single one of these Sims is not in the game proper. However, they are all on the cover of one of the various packs in the game. And I figured, since this current era of Sims 4 Survivor kind of feels new era-esque, let's do one of the new era seasons. Also because seasons 41 to 43 just got dropped on Brand Steel. So that's largely why I'm doing a new era season. And I decided we're going to do 43 because 41 and 42 have some twists that I think are kind of dumb. Namely, the Hourglass and the Do or Die twist. I don't like either of those, so I don't want to do those seasons. But the new era does have some new twists, actually a lot of twists, so get ready for that. There is also something called the Shot in the Dark, which if you have not seen the new era seasons, then basically you can trade in your vote for the chance of safety. Yeah, it'll explain itself. Anyway, let's just introduce our cast here. First up, we have the Lanterns tribe, a tribe of 6 players. First on this tribe, we have Jackie Height, who you probably recognize. She is on the cover of Moschino, the Moschino stuff pack. I feel like when I think of the Moschino stuff pack, I do think of this sim, so I felt like she was kind of a no-brainer to bring on here. And same thing goes for this next sim, because we have Jalen Key, who is on the cover of the Parenthood game pack. I also always think of this sim when I think of Parenthood. Then we got Lenny Aguilar, who is on the cover of the Bowling Night stuff pack. And next up, we have Megan Ford, who is on the cover of Movie Hangout stuff. And next up, we have Mateo Creek, who is on the cover of the Seasons expansion pack. And finally, on this tribe, we have Yolisa Ray, who is on the cover of the Dine Out game pack. Next up, we have the Marbles tribe. And on this tribe, we have, first up here, Babs Lamore, who is a base game sim, but I do believe this sim is on the cover of Outdoor Retreat. I'm not 100% sure it's her, but I did give her the appropriate makeover to make her reflect that design, but I'm pretty sure it's her. It looks like her, right? I don't know. It could be somebody else, but I'm gonna just say it's Babs. Otherwise, she usually looks different. She was created for promotional material for the base game when the game first came out. So yeah, Babs is here. Next up, we have Cameron Lewis, who is on the cover of the Laundry Day stuff pack. And next up, we have Chas Goldstein, who is on the cover of the Get Famous expansion pack. Seen here being the bodyguard of Vanessa Jong. And then we have a little bit of an outlier here because we have Gray Reed, who is on the cover of the Goth Galore kit, and the only sim who is on the cover of a kit, I believe. I think everything else is just like random items. He is seen here on the cover along with Cassandra Goth and Lilith Pleasant, who were both given a goth makeover to promote this kit. Then we have over here Luciana Moreno, who is on the cover of the Lovestruck expansion pack, where she is seen lovingly looking into the eyes of Manuel Aguilar. And then finally for this tribe, we have Lux DeMarco, who is on the cover of the Werewolves game pack, both her human form and her wolf form. Then our final tribe here, our third tribe, we have the Molds. I don't know, I kind of ran out of name ideas. First up, we have Bennett Finley, who is on the cover of the Fitness Stuff pack. And then we've got Crystal Rivers, who is on the cover of the Backyard Stuff pack. Also the only teen on this season. And then we got Danny Shino-Miller, who is seen here on the City Living expansion pack cover, twirling a baseball on his finger, right next to Sims 4 Survivor icon Penny Pizzazz. Then we got Davy Bones, who is on the cover of the Spooky Stuff pack. And then we have Ricky Lee, who is on the cover of the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack. I believe the newest sim competing here. And then finally, we have Sierra Moss, who can be seen here on the cover of the Get to Work expansion pack. Sierra, also a famous actress who plays in a police procedural known as Cop and Llama. You've probably seen a poster of her in-game. So yeah, that's our cast, full newbie cast. I think this will be fun. I didn't change anything, obviously, because it's a newbie cast, so let's just get into it and see what the hell is going on with all of these random twists. And we are gonna actually start with the twist. So what's going on? This is Sweat versus Savvy, right? Anyway, Lanterns, they win reward. So they get a pot, machete, and flint. The other people have to do sweat versus savvy. Marbles are going to do sweat. And Gray and Lux are going to do the challenge, and they can't do it. That's unfortunate. But Crystal and Danny, they're going to do sweat over on the molds. And they successfully do so. Good for them. So Marbles in a bit of trouble. Maybe they go to tribal tonight since they have less resources than the other tribes. Oh, I don't have relationships turned on. Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay. Do we have anything going on so far? Only Megan and Lenny with a mild dislike on the lanterns. Otherwise, not really much going on. On marbles, Luciana and Babs with mild dislike. Okay. Otherwise, not really much going on either. And then over here on the molds, we have nothing. Okay. Apparently, we're going to have a journey already. Wow. New era, they go a little crazy. So what happens on the journey? Jackie, Babs, and Davy Bones. They're all going to go on the journey, and the 3 tribe representatives meet at a private summit. Babs and Davy bond, but Jackie, she doesn't want to get along with them, okay? Each representative must make a public decision between protecting and risking their votes for an advantage. Only one of those who choose to risk their votes receives the advantage. Any others would lose their votes. Okay, Jackie's going to risk her vote. Babs is going to risk her vote, and then Davy is going to risk his vote. So one of them is going to get an advantage, and the other 2 are going to lose their vote. And who gets the advantage? It is Jackie. Okay, so Davy and Babs, they do not have a vote entering their first tribal council. That's not great. Jackie gets a hidden immunity idol that can be used at either of her next 2 tribal councils. So this is the Gabler immunity idol. Good for Jackie. She's going to be safe for her first tribal. Immunity is going to go to the marbles. And second place goes to the molds. Unfortunately, the lanterns, they have to surrender their flint, and they've lost. They're going to go to tribal. Jackie, good thing she got that idol because she could have been in trouble. On the lanterns tribe, we have Lenny finding the Bavaria advantage. This is a hidden immunity idol bracelet, but it is powerless, until it contains distinct beads. Okay. If it is not converted to a full idol by the time the finder makes the merge, the Bavaria advantage is forever dead. Okay. He's able to create an idol. Okay, so let's just ignore all of that. Lenny has an idol now. Jackie has a temporary idol for 2 tribals. She might have to use it tonight. What else is going on? We got Mateo and Yulisa fighting something in common. Lenny and Mateo have a small fight, and then Jalen and Megan have a small fight. Okay, I don't think Lenny and Jackie are really in trouble then. They might not have to use their idols yet. Well, I guess Lenny is fighting with Mateo, so maybe he could become a target. On the marbles, we have Cameron finding the Bavaria advantage. He also has to do beads, I think, right? Babs does not have a vote, and Cameron has just the advantage. He has not been able to successfully turn it into an idol yet. Chaz has a major meltdown. Oh no. And then Babs and Lux find something in common, which has a lasting impact. Okay. I feel like these are 2 very different people, so this could be an exciting alliance to look out for. On the molds, what is going on? Davy has no vote, and nobody has found the Bavaria advantage yet. We have Sierra with a major meltdown, and we also see Crystal and Davy bond strongly, and then Davy and Sierra have a small fight. Okay, big episode for Davy. Sierra seems to be kind of losing it. I mean, she is a celebrity, right? So maybe she's like, I don't want to be here. What the fuck? Let's go to the first tribal council of the season. So, the lanterns, they show up here. They all have a shot in the dark, by the way. We got Jackie, we got Jalen, we got Lenny, Megan, Mateo, and Yulisa. It is time to vote. And if anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or a secret advantage, now's the time to do so. Megan stands up. She has decided to use her shot in the dark. We open up her scroll and she is not safe. Unfortunate Megan. So she did not vote tonight and she is also not safe. Jackie is also gonna stand up. She is gonna use her temporary hidden immunity idol on Mateo. Not really sure why, but okay. Any votes cast against Mateo will not count. I will read the votes. First vote is gonna go to Lenny. 1 vote Lenny. Second vote goes to Megan. 1 vote Lenny, 1 vote Megan, 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Megan. 2 votes Megan, 1 vote Lenny, 2 votes left. And the first person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang, it's Megan. Megan, the tribe has spoken. She correctly identified that she was in trouble and that the shot in the dark was going to be her only chance at surviving, but unfortunately doesn't get that safety and now she's gone. RIP Megan. I don't know why Jackie is wasting her idol here though. I'm sure probably just to like garner some favor with Mateo, I guess. She's probably looking at it like, oh, I don't really need this damn idol. So I'm just going to use it to make an ally or something. All right, who votes who? It is Jackie, Jalen, Lenny, and Yulisa who vote for Megan. Mateo votes for Lenny, and of course, Megan does not vote. So not a unanimous vote, but also kind of a unanimous vote. Anyway, Megan's gone. RP. We'll move on to episode 2. All right, what is going on here? We have Lenny with the idol, and that's it. Then we've got Yulisa and Mateo with a small bond now after they were bonding in the last episode. We got Mateo and Lenny with a mild dislike after they were fighting in the last episode. Then we got Jalen and Jackie with a mild dislike, Lenny and Jackie with a small bond, and then just nothing really going on at the end here. Mateo and Jackie only have a slight bond, even though she used an idol on him. Okay. On the Marbles tribe, Babs still has no vote. Cameron has the advantage, so he also still has no vote. We now have Lux and Babs with a medium bond. Okay. Chas and Cameron with a mild dislike, Lux and Chas with a mild dislike, Luciana and Babs with a mild dislike, Chas and Babs with a mild dislike. Nobody likes Chas after he was having that meltdown. Luciana and Babs, they were fighting in the last episode, so they don't really like each other. I kind of hope they go to tribal. I think it would be a very interesting tribal. Although I guess it will just be Chas going out, so maybe not. On the molds, what's going on? Davey has no vote at the moment. The Beware advantage is hidden somewhere. We have Davey and Crystal with a small bond. Sierra and Davey with a mild dislike. Sierra and Bennett with a mild dislike. Ricky and Davey with a small bond. And then not really much else going on. Sierra, even though she had this meltdown, doesn't really seem to have affected her relationships all that much. Only Davey and Bennett don't like her. Otherwise, nobody really cared about it. So, Sierra, she could be fine. She can still salvage this. Immunity is going to go to the Marbles. We also see the molds win immunity. And true to the new era, we have a disaster tribe. The Lanterns, they are our disaster tribe for the season. Are they just going to get called off? Potentially. Jackie, maybe you should have kept that idol. I don't know. On the Lanterns, what's going on? We have Jalen and Lenny with a major fight. Oh no. Lenny is picking fights with everybody. Honestly, I think he might have to whip out this idol. We also have Jackie and Jalen with a minor disagreement. I guess maybe Jalen is the issue. Maybe they will get rid of him instead. I don't know. But Mateo and Yulisa, they bond slightly again. So this definitely seems to be an alliance forming. On the Marbles, what we got going on? We have Luciana and Lux bond strongly. And after doing that, they decide to form an alliance, or more so, Lux seems to pull in the two people that she feels good about, Luciana and Babs, which is not great because Babs and Luciana were fighting in the last episode. So, shaky alliance, but we do love a girly alliance. We'll see if this works out. On the molds, what's going on? Bennett and Crystal have a major fight. Still, nobody's found this Beware advantage. We also see Danny and Sierra bond slightly. Okay. And then Bennett and Davey, they find something in common. Okay, I think Crystal could be in trouble on this tribe. I think Bennett and Davey both seem to be sort of leading this tribe at the moment. And then I kind of want to watch out for this Danny and Sierra bond. But let's go to tribal again. All right, Lanterns, they are back at tribal. Gonna lose yet another member. It is time to vote. And if anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or a secret advantage, now is the time. Yulisa stands up. She has decided to use her shot in the dark, so she did not vote tonight. We open up her scroll. She's not safe. Unfortunate, Yulisa wasted the shot in the dark, but perhaps not. It's probably fine. I mean, the shot in the dark is not that powerful. Anyway, I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Mateo. 1 vote, Mateo. Second vote goes to Yulisa. 1 vote, Mateo. 1 vote, Yulisa. 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Yulisa. 2 votes Yulisa, 1 vote Mateo, 1 vote left. We could tie, and we do indeed. The last vote goes to Mateo. So it is 2 for 2, Mateo versus Yulisa. Those were the two people who were bonding, so that kind of makes sense. Anyway, we're going to do a revote, and the first vote on the revote goes to Mateo. 1 vote Mateo. Next vote goes to Yulisa. 1 vote Mateo, 1 vote Yulisa, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Yolisa. 2 votes Yolisa, 1 vote Mateo, 1 vote left. Wait, 1 vote left? How does that make sense? Oh, since someone in the tie has lost their vote, Mateo can now vote on the revote. Oh, okay. Well, I guess. Anyway, the final vote goes to Mateo. We are deadlocked. What? Okay. So a consensus between voters must be reached to eliminate Mateo or Yolisa. If not, Jackie, Jalen, and Lenny will have to draw rocks. A consensus is not reached. So we're going to draw rocks. And the person rocked out of the game in episode 2. I don't know why these people are standing up for these people, but okay. It is Jackie. Jackie, the game has spoken. Why are we going to rocks? I don't know. Crazy, but Jackie probably should have saved that idol. I mean, not even probably. Definitely should have saved that idol. I don't know what she's doing. But okay, whatever. She gets rocked out of the game. What the hell happened? We have Jackie and Lenny voting for Mateo. We have Jalen and Mateo voting for Yolisa. Which is kind of funny because Mateo was bonding with Yolisa, but I guess Mateo was like, okay, it's going to be between the two of us. I'm just going to vote for you. But it's nothing personal. Everybody sticks to their guns on the revote. So Yolisa using her shot in the dark, kind of a powerful move because she throws her vote away. And in doing so, causes Jackie to get rocked out of the game. Crazy. Okay, well, anyway, episode 3. What do we got going on the beaches? On the Lantern Tribe, we have now Yolisa and Mateo with a medium bond, Jalen with a medium dislike toward Lenny, and vice versa. Mateo and Lenny with a mild dislike, and then not really much going on at the end here. On the marbles, we see that Cameron is able to get the beads. So Cameron, congrats, he has an idol now. Babs, still no vote. We now have the girly alliance, the 3 girls on this tribe. Lux and Babs with a medium bond, Luciana and Babs with a mild dislike, not great. We also have Chas and Cameron with a mild dislike, Lux and Chas with a mild dislike, Lux and Luciana with a small bond, Chas and Babs with a mild dislike, and then not really much going on at the bottom here. Gray, very purple so far. On the Moles tribe, we see Crystal. She gets the advantage, does not get the idol yet, all right? So she has no vote, Davy has no vote. What else is going on? We got Sierra and Danny with a medium bond. Davy and Crystal with a small bond. Okay. Sierra and Bennett with a mild dislike. Sierra and Davy with a mild dislike. Ricky and Bennett with a mild dislike. Crystal and Bennett with a mild dislike. Then we got Davy and Bennett with a small bond. Ricky and Davy with a small bond. And then just slight dislikes at the end here. So Bennett actually not that well liked. So I don't think he's doing as well as I thought he was. He could definitely be the first boot on this tribe. Although we do have these people that don't have a vote. Although I think Davy would have been a vote for him. I don't know. Whatever. Immunity is going to go to Molds and Marbles. Lanter's tribe, still the disaster tribe. They lose again, are going to go back to tribal. And there's going to be another journey. The Molds, as the winners of the challenge, they are going to pick everybody who's going to go. And they are going to choose Lenny, Lux, and Sierra. What happens on the journey? We've got the 3 of them. They're just going to chill and they're not really going to talk about anything. Okay. Now the decision. Each representative must make a public decision between protecting and risking their votes for an advantage. So same thing. Lenny is going to protect his vote. Lux is going to risk her vote. Sierra is going to risk her vote. And Lux loses her vote. Sierra gets the advantage, which is a vote steal. All right. Lenny, probably because he's going to tribal, he wants to save his vote for tonight's tribal. Makes sense. We do have Lenny with the idol. We have Jalen and Lenny with something in common, finding something in common. Mateo and Yolisa have a small fight. Oh no. I thought they were bonding, but apparently not. I guess because Mateo voted for her and they couldn't like see eye to eye in the last tribal. It really caused a rift in their relationship. We do also have Mateo impressing the rest of the team, in which case I think Yolisa is probably done here because these 2 are bonding. They seem to be liking Mateo apparently. Yolisa also doesn't have her shot in the dark, so she's a very easy person to just throw your votes on. I think she's done. On the marbles, what's going on? Babs has no vote. Lux has no vote. Cameron has the idol. We have Babs and Chas finding something in common. Luciana is going to leave the girly alliance. Oh no, that's not great. But Chas, what? He's going to join the alliance even though nobody likes him. So I guess Babs was like, I don't want to work with Luciana. I know Lux likes her, but I don't like her. So she's out. I am bonding with Chaz. Let's bring him in. And I guess Lux is like, I guess. She doesn't even have a vote. Like, what is she going to do? On the molds, what's going on? We got Crystal with the Bavaria advantage, and she gets the beats. So good for her. She has an idol now. We have Sierra with a vote steal, and Davy has no vote. Otherwise, we have Ricky and Sierra bonding strongly. And we have our first alliance on this tribe. It is Danny and Sierra. Not very surprising, they were bonding in the last episode. All right, Lanterns, they are back at Tribal. Third time at Tribal. Unfortunate. It is time to vote. If anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or a secret advantage, now's the time. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First one goes to Jalen. One more Jalen. Second one goes to Mateo. One more Jalen. One more Mateo. 2 votes left. And the next one goes to Mateo. 2 votes Mateo, 1 vote Jalen, 1 vote left. And the third person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang. It's Mateo. Okay, Mateo, the tribe has spoken. Really thought it was going to be Yolisa, but they decided to keep her in. Got rid of Mateo. I actually think it is a smart move. Because Mateo, he probably thought he was going to be safe tonight because he was like impressing the team. Everybody was like gassing him up. But really, they were just waiting to blindside him because he still has his shot in the dark. Whereas Yolisa is basically a sitting duck at this point. Very smart move from Lenny and Jalen. All right, it is a unanimous vote. Jalen, Lenny, Yolisa, they all vote for Mateo. Mateo votes for Jalen, and he's out of the game. We'll move on to episode number 4. Apparently, there's a twist, which I think is like a tribe raid or something. I don't know, a camp raid. Anyway, we got Lenny with the idol on Lanterns. We have Lenny and Jalen with a small bond, and neither one of them like Yolisa. Okay. On Marbles, we got all this shit happening. We now have Chas in this alliance. Even though Lux and Chas have a medium dislike. That's not great. Lux and Babs have a medium bond, though. Chas and Babs have a medium bond. Chas and Cameron have a mild dislike. Luciana and Babs have a mild dislike. Lux and Luciana have a small bond. And then Gray and Chas with a mild dislike. And then just light bonds at the end. On molds, we now have Crystal with the idol. We have Sierra with a boat steal. We have this new duo between Danny and Sierra. They have a medium bond. Sierra and Bennett have a medium dislike. Ricky and Bennett have a mild dislike. We have Davy and Crystal with a small bond. Ricky and Davy with a small bond. Then Sierra and Davy with a mild dislike. Crystal and Bennett with a mild dislike. Ricky and Danny with a small bond. Okay, then maybe Danny can pull Ricky into this duo between him and Sierra. We also have Davy and Bennett with a small bond. Reward is going to go to the molds. They get fish, and they also get to raid one of the other tribe camps. I was right. It is indeed a camp raid. So Sierra is going to go over to the marbles. That makes sense. I mean, the Lanterns, they have lost every single challenge. What is she going to do there? So Chas and Gray, they bond strongly, which has a lasting impact. And Lux is out of the alliance. She's like, Babs, why are you bringing in Chas? I don't like this bitch. I don't want to work with you if you're going to be a chaotic mess. What are you doing? We girlies, we had something going and you had to ruin it. Very strange alliance happening here. But Babs kind of tanking her own game a little bit, maybe? Immunity, though, is going to go to the molds and the marbles and lanterns. And they're going to go back to tribal. This really is the new era. Okay, on the lanterns, what's going on? We have Lenny and Yolisa finding something in common. Okay. And Jalen and Lenny have a small fight. Oh, rough. Okay. Maybe Yolisa saving herself here. Because Lenny and Yolisa, they find something in common again. Yeah, it's looking bad for Jalen. I think he's out now. I thought it was going to be Yolisa, but you can never be too sure on Sims 4 Survivor. On marbles, what's going on? Oh, look at that. Babs and Luciana bond strongly. But Luciana and Lux have a major fight. Okay. So maybe Babs gonna pick Luciana back up. And now that Luciana and Lux had this major fight, Lux just kind of tanked her game, I guess. This is a weird tribe. I don't know what's going on here. On the molds, what's going on? We got these advantages, and then we got Bennett and Davy fighting something in common. Crystal and Danny have a small fight, and then Bennett and Crystal bond strongly. And there's a new alliance. It is Bennett, Crystal, and Davy. I think that's going to be a very strong alliance. Davy and Bennett, they've been bonding throughout the season so far. Crystal now bonding with Bennett. Bennett and Crystal both at a 7 loyalty. Yeah, this is going to be a strong trio for sure. However, Davy still doesn't have a vote, and we do see Crystal is fighting with Danny. Danny has this relationship with Sierra. So if they bond together and pull in the third person, whoever that is, the one that is not in this alliance, they can just get rid of them. Although Crystal still has the idol, so she could save them or something. All right, lanterns, they're back at tribal. Once more. It is time to vote. And if anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or a secret advantage, now's the time. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Jalen. One more Jalen. Second vote goes to Yolisa. One more Jalen. One vote Yolisa. One vote left. And the fourth person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang is going to be Jalen. Jalen, the tribe has spoken. Yolisa, she did some great work in this episode, saved herself. Nice job. And honestly, I think Yolisa and Lenny could be a very strong duo if they survive into the merge. But it's not looking great for them. Otherwise, Jalen, he kind of tanked his game. I thought he had something good going with Lenny, but then he had to go ahead and fight with him. And with that, he's gone. It is Lenny and Yolisa. They vote for Jalen. Jalen was for Yolisa, and he's gone. RP. Episode 5, what's going on? Lanterns are down to 2 members. This is crazy. On the lanterns, what's going on? Yolisa and Lenny, they have a strong pod now. Aw, that's cute. Marbles, what's going on here? We've got Babs and Chaz with a very strong final 2 now. Gray and Chaz with the strong bond now. What? They haven't talked at all. Okay. We have Lux and Babs still with medium bond, even though they're not in this alliance anymore. Lux and Luciana now with a medium dislike. Oh no. Lux and Chaz with a medium dislike. Chaz and Babs with a medium bond. Chaz and Cameron with a mild dislike. Luciana and Babs now with a small bond. Okay. Look at that. This tribe is kind of the Babs show at this point. We have Lux and Gray with a mild dislike, and then just slight bonds at the end here. Honestly, I think Lux is in trouble now. I thought she was good, but I think she let her wolf anchor get the best of her, and she kind of raged at Luciana, and now people don't like her. It's not looking good. On molds, what's going on? We've got this duo of Danny and Sierra. We got this new trio of Bennett, Crystal, and Davy. Crystal and Bennett with a medium bond. Sierra and Danny with a medium bond. Sierra and Bennett with a medium dislike. Ricky and Bennett with a medium dislike. These 2 women do not like Bennett. Ricky was the one that they could pull in, Sierra and Danny. I think if they can get her vote, they're probably fine. Danny and Crystal have a medium dislike. Davy and Crystal with a small bond. Davy and Bennett with a small bond. Ricky and Danny with a small bond. And then Ricky and Davy with a small bond. And then Sierra and Davy with a mild dislike. All right, if they shoot at Davy, he is kind of a sitting duck at the moment because he doesn't have a vote, which means he can't play his shot in the dark. But I don't know if they know that. Probably not. I'm sure he didn't tell them. Let's go to immunity. The molds, they win. Marbles also win. Lanterns. They, once again, gonna go to tribal. But we also have another journey. The molds, they are gonna pick Yolisa, Chaz, and Crystal to go on the journey. So what happens at the journey? Yolisa leaves a poor impression. Chaz and Crystal argue. Okay. Everybody's gonna protect their vote, so nothing happens. All right. It was a knowledge is power. Oh, thank God. I fucking hate that advantage. It's terrible. So that's not gonna go into play. Great. Lanterns, what's going on? Lenny and Yolisa, they have a small fight and another small fight. I don't think it really matters. I mean, one of them is going to go out. Lenny's probably going to play the idol and Yolisa's just going to, by default, be out of the game, right? Anyway, marbles, what's going on? We have Cameron with a major meltdown, and Gray is going to join the Babs and Chaz alliance. Okay, that's not super surprising. The revolving door alliance, I guess, because people just keep coming in and going. On molds, what's going on? We have Bennett and Crystal bonding slightly. Okay, they already were bonding. Strengthening that bond, good for them. Let's just go to tribal. Let's see what happens. Lanterns, back at tribal. Probably their last tribal council. It is time to vote. And if anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or a secret advantage, now's the time. Lenny, he stands up. He, unsurprisingly, is going to play his idol on himself. Any votes cast against Lenny will not count. I read the votes. First vote goes to Lenny. Does not count. And the 5th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang. It is Yolisa. Yolisa, the tribe has spoken. Idled out of the game. A little bit sad. I kind of wanted her and Lenny to make it to the merge and kind of do something. I think it could have been interesting, but Lenny is going to be the sole remaining Lantern member. I don't know what's gonna happen. Are they just gonna absorb him into one of the other tribes or something? Or maybe we're at the merge. It could be the merge. So maybe it won't matter. Anyway, whatever. So they both vote for each other, obviously, but Lenny has that idol, and that's that. All right, episode 6. We have a tribe of one person. It's not the merge, so okay. On the lanterns, there is nothing happening. There is an idol hidden though, so Lenny could find another idol. On marbles, what is going on? We have this new alliance. Bab's not like super into it anymore now that Gray is in it. We have Lux and Cameron with a strong dislike. Gray and Chaz with a strong bond. Chaz and Cameron with a strong dislike. People don't like Cameron either, which is not great because I think he has the idol. Yeah, he does. Also, Babs and Lux still don't have a vote. This merge is gonna be kind of wild because I think a lot of people are gonna enter this merge with no vote. We also have Lux and Babs still with a medium bond. Cameron and Babs with a medium dislike. Nobody likes Cameron. Lux and Chaz with a medium dislike. Lux and Luciana with a medium dislike. Chaz and Babs with a medium bond. Luciana and Babs with a small bond. And then Lux and Gray with a mild dislike. Okay, brand steel will not load. Come on. Okay, we're back. I mean, for you guys, I never left. But I had to stop recording for like 15 minutes because it just would not connect to the server. But anyway, we're back. So the Molds tribe, what's going on? We got these alliances. We got all this shit. We have Crystal and Bennett now with an unbreakable relationship. Aw, cute. Ricky and Bennett with a medium dislike. Danny and Crystal with a medium dislike. Ricky and Davy with a medium bond. Okay, that's actually kind of important because Davy could pull in Ricky then if Sierra and Danny can't pull her in. Sierra and Danny with a medium bond. Sierra and Bennett with a medium dislike. Ricky and Danny with a medium bond. And then Davy and Crystal with a small bond. Davy and Bennett with a small bond. And Sierra and Davy with a mild dislike. Okay. We have a twist. It is the merge. The merge. Let's go. Okay. So the odd player out must predict which team will win for immunity. We're going to do a random draw. One of them is going to be immune. One of them is not going to be immune. And somebody is going to bet on a team. So Luciana is the odd player out. She predicts that team number 1 will win, which is Cameron, Danny, Davy, Gray, Lux, and Sierra. However, team number 2 does win. So Luciana does not win. These people are immune. It is Babs, Bennett, Chaz, Crystal, Lenny, and Ricky. Interesting. All right. What's going on the beach? We have Babs with no vote. We have Cameron with an idol. Crystal with an idol. Davy has no vote. Lux has no vote. And then Sierra has the vote steal, which could be very powerful at this tribal since like half the tribe doesn't have a vote. We have Bennett and Crystal bonding slightly. And then Babs is out of the Revolving Door Alliance. And Luciana, she's in. She's back in now that the members that were there are gone and there are new members. This is the strangest alliance of Sims 4 Survivor of all time. Bennett and Crystal, they are clearly solidifying like a final 2 here. I don't know who's going to be out. Is it going to be Lenny? No, Lenny's safe. So hang on. Let's go to the immunity challenge. So who's not safe? It is Cameron, Danny, Davy, Gray, Lux, Sierra, and Luciana. So who's going to lose out here? I think Cameron is in trouble, but he does have an idol. I think Lux could be in trouble. I think, I don't know if the molds, because there was a little bit of like a civil war happening there, but they never went to tribal, so they might not vote against each other entering this tribe. Maybe the 2 full tribes will just try to vote for one or the other and Lenny's going to be a swing. That could happen. I don't know. Let's go to tribal. Let's see what happens. All right, we're at tribal, the technically first merge tribal. The merge is stupid. I'm just going to say it's the merge. So the following people are immune because they won the challenge. It is Babs, Bennett, Chaz, Crystal, Lenny, and Ricky. Babs, Davy, and Lux all don't have a vote. And it is time to vote. If anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or secret advantage, now's the time. Cameron stands up. He is going to use his shot in the dark, or he did use his shot in the dark. He does not have a vote in the urn, and he is not safe. Unfortunate Cameron. However, Luciana also used her shot in the dark. She is also not safe. So that's that. I will read the votes. So how many votes are in the urn then? We got 3 people who lost their votes, 2 people who just lost their votes now also. There are 13 people on the tribe. 5 people don't have votes, so that is going to be 8 votes. Okay. First vote goes to Luciana, 1 vote, Luciana. Next vote goes to Lux. 1 vote, Luciana, 1 vote, Lux. And the next one goes to Luciana. 2 votes, Luciana, 1 vote, Lux. And the next one goes to Lux. 2 votes, Luciana, 2 votes, Lux, and 4 votes left. Next one goes to Luciana. 3 votes, Luciana, 2 votes, Lux, 3 votes left. And the next one goes to Luciana. 4 votes, Luciana, 2 votes, Lux, 2 votes left. And the 6th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang, it is Luciana. Luciana, the tribe has spoken. It seems like there was a bit of civil war happening over on the Marbles tribe. And I guess it didn't help that like so many people on their tribe didn't have a vote. So the molds could just like pile onto them. And they also voted for each other. I don't know what's going on there. But Luciana, she just rejoined the alliance. I'm sure the 2 people in her alliance were the people who did not vote for her, but she is now gone. Unfortunate, Luciana, merch boot. That's too bad. So who was who? It is Bennett, Crystal, Danny, Lenny, Ricky, and Sierra who vote for Luciana. That is the entire Molds tribe, right? And Lenny. Okay, interesting. Not somebody, probably somebody that didn't have a vote, I'm guessing. Davey. Davey didn't have a vote. Chaz and Gray, they vote for Lux. That is the Alliance. And everybody else from the Marbles tribe didn't have a vote. Okay. Luciana kind of gets screwed over by the game here, but whatever. We'll move on to episode number 7, where I guess we do officially have the merge, because this is the merge Tigers tribe. And the people who make the merge are Babs Lamore, Bennett Finley, Cameron Lewis, Chas Goldstein, Crystal Rivers, Danny Shino-Miller, Davy Bones, Gray Reed, Lenny Aguilar, Lux DeMarco, Ricky Lee, and Sierra Moss. All right, who is our winner here? I think probably one of the molds. They are entering here in a very big majority. They still have their whole tribe entering a 12-person thing, right? So they're probably gonna just run to the end together. Although people don't really like Bennett on the original Molds tribe. And there could be some animosity forming between these 2 different alliances, between Danny and Sierra, as well as Bennett, Davy, and Crystal. So there is some wiggle room for these other players. On the beach, we do not have an idol hidden, but we do have knowledge is power. No, fuck, I don't want it. Okay, fine, whatever. Cameron has an idol, Crystal has an idol, Sierra has a vote steal still. We now have a final 2 between Chaz and Gray. We have a final 2 between Danny and Sierra. And then we got this trio of Bennett, Crystal, and Davy. Crystal now hates Chaz. She just met him. This guy has to just be like the most unlikable man of all time, right? We have Babs with an unbreakable relationship toward Davy. You just met him. What's going on? The wrist on this man with a skull face paint. I don't know. Crystal and Bennett, they have their unbreakable relationship. Lux and Cameron now with a strong dislike. Gray and Chaz with a strong bond. Lux and Chaz with a strong dislike. Ricky and Davy with a strong bond, Chaz and Cameron with a strong dislike, then Lux and Babs with a medium bond, Cameron and Babs with a medium dislike. Cameron, very much not well liked. Lux, still not well liked, really. Crystal hating on Chaz, that could turn into something, I don't know. Doesn't really say how Chaz feels about Crystal. So maybe he's like, doesn't really care. Immunity, though, is gonna go to a team or a duo of people, I think. The first 4 pairs to retrieve their planks and plant a flag at their mat would proceed to the next stage. All right, this is the one that Gabler won. Okay, so the people who move on to the second part of the challenge, it is Chaz and Lenny, Babs and Davy, and then Cameron and Danny, and Gray and Ricky. And then we are gonna lose more people. Chaz and Lenny, they're gonna advance to the final stage, and Babs and Davy also gonna advance to the final stage. And then we're gonna do the challenge where Gabler was like shouting out random things, and Davy wins immunity. All right, good for him. So what's going on the beach? We have Cameron and Lux with a minor disagreement and nothing else. Okay, is this gonna be the Lux boot? Probably. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the Tigers merged tribe here at their first tribal. Technically, their second actually. Anyway, before we vote, Sierra, she is gonna stand up. She's gonna use her vote steal on Crystal. Crystal no longer has a vote. Sierra now has 2 votes. It is time to vote. And if anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or a secret advantage, now's the time. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Crystal. 1 vote Crystal. Second vote goes to Danny. 1 vote Crystal. 1 vote Danny. 10 votes left. And the next vote goes to Lux. 1 vote Crystal. 1 vote Danny. 1 vote Lux. And the next vote goes to Lux. 2 votes Lux. 1 vote Crystal. 1 vote Danny. 8 votes left. And the next vote goes to Crystal. 2 votes Crystal. 2 votes Lux. 1 vote Danny. And the next vote goes to Danny. We're tied. 2 votes Crystal. 2 votes Danny. 2 votes Lux. And 6 votes left. And the next vote goes to Lux. 3 votes Lux. 2 votes Crystal. 2 votes Danny. And the next vote goes to Crystal. 3 votes Crystal. 3 votes Lux. 2 votes Danny. And another one for Crystal. 4 votes Crystal. 3 votes Lux. 2 votes Danny. And 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Crystal. 5 votes Crystal. 3 votes Lux. 2 votes Danny. And 2 votes left. And the 7th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang. It's Crystal. Crystal, the tribe has spoken. Eliminated with an idol in her pocket after the vote steal was used on her. Crystal, what was she thinking? I don't know. But this is going to be a huge blow to the molds. I take back everything I just said because the molds, they were fighting Sierra and Danny. They were ready to strike. They struck hard, got rid of Crystal, got rid of the idol. This is going to be a huge blow to Bennett's game. Although, honestly, I think Davey's probably going to be fine, even if he loses Crystal here, because he was bonding with Babs. I don't know, but either way, Crystal gone here. Huge move by the Danny and Sierra contingency here. It is Babs, Danny, Lenny, Lux, Ricky, Sierra, and Sierra again, who vote for Crystal. Then we got Cameron, Chaz, and Gray. They vote for Lux. And Bennett and Davey, they vote for Danny. So the Lux votes were only Marble members. The Marbles are a mess. I don't think they know anything that's going on. Aside from Babs, Babs takes out Crystal also. Interesting. So maybe she wants to get herself into this alliance with Bennett and Davey, but she doesn't see a spot for her if Crystal is around. Anyway, episode 8, we are at the final 11. We now have an idol hidden, and Gray finds the knowledge is power. All right, Cameron now has the only idol that has been found, but somebody might have this, a new one that just got hidden. Alliances, Chaz and Gray, Danny and Sierra, and then Bennett and Davey. Now in final 2, now that Crystal is gone. Okay, we have Babs with an unbreakable relationship toward Davey. Does it say how Davey feels about Babs? No. We got some extreme hatreds now. It is Lux and Cameron and Babs. Everybody hates Cameron. The Marble girlies, they hate Cameron. They don't want him here. Gray and Chaz have a strong bond. Lux and Chaz with a strong dislike. Lux and Gray with a strong dislike. These men hate Lux. They hate her. Lux and Babs still have a medium bond, so they could salvage their relationship even though their alliance fell apart. Ricky and Davey now with a strong bond. Chaz and Cameron with a strong dislike. And Ricky and Bennett with a medium dislike. Ricky is very purple. Honestly forgot she was on the season. But we'll go to immunity. Gray, he wins immunity. Also, we could have gotten Rice. This was Rice negotiations. And we don't get Rice. That's fine. Whatever. What is going on the beach? We've got nobody finding the idol and Babs and Chaz. They bond strongly. Look at Babs. She is doing pretty good on this season. Watch her get voted out now. Anyway, let's go to tribal. All right, we got the final 11 here. Gray has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. And before we vote, Gray is going to stand up and he is going to use his knowledge's power on Lux. He asks her if she has a secret advantage, but she does not. So Gray wasted his knowledge's power. It's fine, whatever. Fuck this advantage. It can go. It can go forever. Not gonna lie. Anyway, it's time to vote. And if anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or a secret advantage, now's the time. Davey stands up. He did, in fact, use his shot in the dark. He does not have a vote. And he is not safe. Unfortunate, Davey. I will read the votes. First vote goes to Lux. 1 vote Lux. Second vote goes to Davey. 1 vote Davey, 1 vote Lux. Third vote goes to Bennett. 1 vote Bennett, 1 vote Davey, 1 vote Lux. 7 votes left. And the next vote goes to Davey. 2 votes Davey, 1 vote Bennett, 1 vote Lux. And the next vote goes to Bennett. 2 votes Bennett, 2 votes Davy, 1 vote Lux, 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Lux. We're tied. 2 votes Bennett, 2 votes Davy, 2 votes Lux, and 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Davy. 3 votes Davy, 2 votes Bennett, 2 votes Lux, and 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Bennett. 3 votes Bennett, 3 votes Davy, 2 votes Lux, and 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Lux. We are tied again. It is 3 votes Bennett, 3 votes Davy, 3 votes Lux, and it's all going to come down to the final vote. The 8th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang, first member of the jury, is going to be Lux. Lux, the tribe has spoken. Honestly, kind of surprised that she goes out here. I felt like they might have wanted to split off Bennett and Davy, but apparently people just don't like Lux. Want to get rid of her. The Marble Men, they wanted to get rid of her specifically. Somebody from the molds probably just jumped on that. And Lux, kind of a weird game for her, but whatever, she's gone. So it is Bennett, Cameron, Chas, and Gray who vote for Lux. Babs, Lenny, and Ricky, they vote for Bennett. And then Danny, Lux, and Sierra vote for Davy. Honestly, Davy should have probably just saved his vote and threw another vote on Lux, right? But maybe he was like, I think I'm catching votes tonight and Lux might have something. So I'm just gonna use the shot in the dark and hope for the best. Otherwise, I'm probably fine anyway or screwed anyway. So yeah, you know what? Not the worst shot in the dark play. Anyway, final 10. What's going on now? We're gonna do the split tribal council, which honestly, I think we need it because we have to call these people a little bit. We're still at final 10. It's episode 9. On the beach, Babs. She finds the hidden immunity idol. Nice. Good job, Babs. So she has one. Cameron has one. What else is going on? We got these alliances. All these duos, they remain intact. Gray and Chas now with an unbreakable relationship. Babs, one with Davy. Does Davy have one with Babs? No. Babs and Chas now with an unbreakable relationship as well. Okay. Cameron and Babs with an extreme hatred. The 2 idol holders. Ricky and Bennett with a strong dislike. Ricky and Davy, though, with a strong bond. Then we got Sierra and Bennett with a medium dislike. Ricky and Danny with a medium bond. And Sierra and Danny with a medium bond. Kind of strange that this has not moved at all, but okay. Ricky, I don't really know what's going on with her. Like, on one hand, she likes Danny. On the other, she also likes Davy more, but she dislikes Bennett. So I don't really know where she is in the grand scheme of things. But anyway, what's going on in immunity? We have Davy winning immunity, I think. What's going on here? Oh, the last person remaining from each team wins. Okay. Davy and Chas, they win immunity. Chas gets also reward for his tribe. All right. Or team, I guess. So let's read into how this random draw happened. We have Bennett, Davy, Gray, Lenny, and Ricky together. This is probably going to be a Bennett boot, I'm guessing. Then we got Babs, Cameron, Chas, Danny, and Sierra. Very lucky for Danny and Sierra to be together on a team because they're going to get to vote together. Honestly, though, I think it's going to be Cameron catching all the votes. He's going to play an idol and Babs goes out. Maybe she also plays an idol. I don't know. Either way, Chas and Babs are going to vote together. Danny and Sierra are going to vote together. I think Cameron is the odd one out here. Whatever. Let's just go to the beach. Let's see what's going on. Bennett and Ricky, they find something in common. Okay, interesting. Bennett and Ricky, they did not like each other, but they are maybe mending fences a little bit. On Tigers, we got Babs with an idol. We got Cameron with an idol. Then we got Cameron and Sierra bond slightly. Cameron and Chas bond slightly. Okay, Cameron realizing he's in trouble, gonna try to make something happen. Babs and Chas find something in common, which has a lasting impact. And we have a new alliance. It is Babs and Chas. And they decide to pull in Danny for some reason. Okay. Also, Danny chilling at camp to restore his energy. Okay. I imagine this alliance is just for this one vote. They probably want to lock in Danny and Sierra, make sure they are voting for Cameron and not for Babs or Chas here. But yeah, this idol is coming out for sure. All right, we are at the first tribal council of the night. We got Bennett, Davy, Gray, Lenny, and Ricky together here. And Davy, he has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or a secret advantage, now's the time to do so. Lenny, he reveals that he did in fact use his shot in the dark. He did not vote, and he is not safe. Any votes cast against Lenny will still count. I'll read. The votes. First vote goes to Gray. One vote Gray. Second vote goes to Lenny. One vote Gray, one vote Lenny, two votes left. And the next vote goes to Gray. Two votes Gray, one vote Lenny, and one vote left. And the ninth person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang, second member of the jury, it's Gray. Gray, the tribe has spoken. He got split off from Chaz and in the process got eliminated. Unfortunate for him. I didn't even think about that he was here at Tribal, completely vulnerable. The molds, they could just get together and get rid of him. Made a lot of sense. And yeah, Gray kind of just gets unlucky here with how things turned out. It is Bennett, Davey, Ricky who vote for Gray. Gray votes for Lenny. Lenny uses his shot in the dark, does not vote. And let's go to the other Tribal Council of the night. All right, we got the second team here. We got Babs, Cameron, Chaz, Danny, and Sierra. Probably the more interesting Tribal tonight. Chaz has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or a secret advantage, now's the time to do so. Cameron stands up. Unsurprisingly, is gonna use his idol. Any votes cast against Cameron will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Cameron. Does not count. Cameron does not count. Cameron does not count. Cameron does not count. So only Cameron's vote is gonna count. Honestly, I think Babs should have played her idol too. The 10th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang. Third member of the jury is going to be Sierra. Okay. Sierra, the tribe has spoken. I guess Babs was fine. Maybe her and Chaz talked to Cameron and had something going on, and she was like, okay, he's probably gonna not vote for us, even if he thinks he's gonna get votes. It does kind of make sense for Cameron to split up the Sierra and Danny duo. Unfortunate for us, though. I think that was a very interesting duo in the game. So I think we're losing out a little bit here, but it is what it is. Sierra, unfortunately, idled out of the game. It is Babs, Chaz, Danny, Sierra all vote for Cameron. Cameron votes for Sierra. And unfortunately, that idol takes out Sierra. And we're just going to move on to episode number 10. We got the final 8 here now. Honestly, who is going to win now? I think Babs is in a good spot. I think Davey and Bennett, as one of the few alliances left in the game, they could be in a good spot. Danny is in trouble. Cameron is in trouble because nobody likes him. Lenny still just on a boat on his own, but nobody's really targeting him. So I don't really know what's going on with him. Ricky, still purple. No idea what she's doing. All right, Babs, now with the only idol in the game. We do have Bennett and Davey in our final 2, and Babs, Chaz, and Danny in their 3-person thing. If Danny, even though he has this 4 loyalty, if he decides to stick with them just as a number for them, I think he could be fine. Because like a 3-person thing on an 8-person tribe is pretty good, right? Cameron and Babs still hate each other. Chaz and Babs with an unbreakable relationship. Babs still obsessed with Davey. I don't know what that is all about, but... Is it on the board now? No. Davey does not even know who this woman is, and she is obsessed with him for some reason. Ricky and Davey with a strong bond. Ricky and Danny with a strong bond now. Okay. Ricky suddenly with a social game. Lenny and Babs with a medium dislike. Danny and Bennett with a medium dislike. Danny and Babs with a mild dislike. That's not great. We got Davey and Danny with a mild dislike, and then Davey and Bennett with a small bond. That is surprising, considering they've been allied this entire game. Yeah, their alliance is only a 6 strength. I don't know. Whatever. Let's just go to immunity. No, reward. Okay. Bennett, he wins reward, and he's gonna take Davey, Cameron, and Ricky. On reward, they're gonna get pizza. Oh, it's the sanctuary where good things happen. Immunity, though, goes to Bennett. Also, big episode for Bennett. Good for him. I mean, he is pretty athletic. I think that kind of makes sense. On the beach, what's going on? We got Babs with the idol. Ricky is impressing the rest of the team. And Danny, he's out of the alliance. However, there's a new alliance. It is Babs, Chaz, Davey, Lenny, and Ricky. Okay. Kind of a random group of people, but could this be our end game power alliance? I don't know. They're probably going to vote together for this upcoming tribal, in which case Cameron probably gone. I don't know. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the final 8 here. Bennett has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or a secret advantage, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I read the votes. First vote goes to Cameron. 1 vote Cameron. Second vote goes to Danny. 1 vote Cameron, 1 vote Danny. 6 votes left. And the next vote goes to Danny. 2 votes Danny, 1 vote Cameron. And the next vote goes to Cameron. We're tied. 2 votes Cameron, 2 votes Danny, 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Cameron. 3 votes Cameron, 2 votes Danny. And another one for Cameron. 4 votes Cameron, 2 votes Danny, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Danny. We got 4 votes Cameron, 3 votes Danny, 1 vote left. And the 11th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang, 4th member of the jury. It's Cameron. Cameron, the tribe has spoken. Honestly, I think he should have played his shot in the dark, but whatever, he didn't do so, and now he is gone. He did have an idle play though, otherwise didn't really do that much, unfortunately. He was just not well liked, and he really needed to make some allies, and nobody wanted to work with him. So not surprising that he goes out here. Kind of surprising he lasted this long, actually. It is Babs, Chaz, Danny, Lenny, and Ricky who vote for Cameron. Davey, who was in that alliance, does not vote for Cameron. Danny, who was not in that alliance, he votes for Cameron. Obviously, he's not going to vote for himself. So maybe Davey throwing on a vote on Danny just in case there's an idle play. Bennett, Cameron, and Davey vote for Danny. So Davey is voting with Bennett in that case. I guess that's that. All right, episode 11. We got the final 7 here. We now have Babs with the only idol in the game, Bennett and Davey in a final 2. We have Babs and Chaz in a final 2. We have the larger 5-person thing, which probably not gonna last forever. Also, this is Tiger's Alliance number 2, and this is also Tiger's Alliance number 2. What? I don't know. Anyway, Chaz and Babs, unbreakable relationship. Babs still obsessed with Davey. How does Davey feel about Babs? Still unknown. We don't know. Ricky and Davey now have an unbreakable relationship. Okay. So that could be a final 2 forming as well. Ricky and Danny with a strong bond. Danny and Bennett with a medium dislike. Lenny and Babs with a medium dislike. Ricky and Chaz with a medium bond. Ricky and Lenny with a medium bond. And then we got Davey and Danny with a mild dislike. Danny and Babs with a mild dislike. So honestly, Davey, Lenny, and Ricky, they could be like a trio forming. And they could want to like get rid of Babs and Chaz. Because Lenny does like Ricky, does not like Babs. For whatever reason, Babs is obsessed with Davey. Davey doesn't even know who she is. I don't know. We have a twist, and it is an advantage. Chaz finds it, or he finds something. The choose your champion advantage. Oh, okay. So he is going to pick Davey. So Chaz is basically going to have a double chance of getting immunity. But immunity goes to Danny. So unfortunately for Chaz, he does not win immunity. But this is also last gasp. Congrats, Danny. He did great. On the beach, what's going on? Babs and Davey have a major fight. I think Babs came up to Davey, was like, Davey, of course, we are like besties, right? And Davey's like, what? I don't know who you are. Like, I barely know you. We talked like once, even though we're in this alliance. And she is not happy. But let's go to Tribal Council. All right, final 7 here. At Tribal, Danny has the necklace. Cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or secret advantage, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Bennett. 1 vote Bennett. Second vote goes to Bennett. 2 votes Bennett. 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Chaz. 2 votes Bennett. 1 vote Chaz. 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Bennett. 3 votes Bennett. 1 vote Chaz. 3 votes left. Next vote goes to Chaz. 3 votes Bennett. 2 votes Chaz. 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Chaz. We're tied. 3 votes Bennett. 3 votes Chaz. 1 vote left. In which case, the alliance did not vote together. Okay, interesting. The 12th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang, 5th member of the jury, is going to be Bennett. Bennett, the tribe has spoken. I'm sure Davey was the person who did not vote with the alliance, right? Because he was much closer to Bennett than he was to the rest of the alliance, or that 5-person thing. And honestly, I think he might have just sealed his own fate, because he should have just let Bennett go here. Also fighting with Babs, not great. But Bennett, I don't really know what he was doing at the end here. He just had this relationship with Davey. Otherwise, he was kind of just doing nothing. It is Babs, Chaz, Lenny, Ricky who vote for Bennett. Bennett, Danny, and Davey vote for Chaz. That checks out. That is Bennett and Danny not in the alliance. Davey in the final two with Bennett. So, of course, he wants to keep Bennett around. But yeah, I think Bennett also got a little bit unlucky because I think Davey could have been able to save him for another round if Danny had not won immunity here. But either way, we'll move on to episode number 12. We've got the final 6 here. What's going on the beach? Babs and Chaz, they are locking in their alliance. 9 strength. Nice. Unbreakable relationships are Chaz and Babs and Ricky and Davey now. We have Ricky and Danny with a strong bond. Ricky and Lenny with a medium bond. Lenny and Babs with a medium dislike. Ricky and Chaz with a medium bond. Davey now does not like Babs. Babs with a medium bond toward Davey still. She's not giving up on him. Lenny and Chaz with a medium bond. And then Danny and Babs with a mild dislike. Honestly, I think Babs has been playing the best game, but I think she's going to have a tough time against the jury because she's not well liked on this season at all. Reward is going to go to these 3 people, Danny, Davey, and Lenny. They get to go to the sanctuary where good things happen, of course. But immunity is going to go to Chaz. Congrats to Chaz. He gets his 2nd immunity. On the beach, what's going on? Babs and Lenny, they bond strongly. Okay. Lenny did not like Babs, but that seems to be changing. Chaz and Danny, they have a minor disagreement, which has a lasting impact. And Davey has a major meltdown now that Bennett is gone, his number 1. So, yeah, that's not great, but his major meltdown causes him to leave the alliance. And we have a new alliance. It is Danny, Lenny, and Ricky. Interesting. So, if they vote out Davey, then that would make them the majority. Okay. With Babs and Chaz completely up a creek on their own, but I don't know if they will do that because Ricky loves Davey. They could also just take out Babs or Chaz here. I guess just Babs because Chaz is immune. All right, we're at tribal. Let's see what happens. We've got the final 6 here. Chaz has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or a secret advantage, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Davey. 1 vote Davey. Oh, also forgot to say, Shot in the Dark seems to be out of the picture. So, okay, that's fine. Anyway, next vote goes to Danny. 1 vote Danny, 1 vote Davey, 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Davey. 2 votes Davey, 1 vote Danny, 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Davey. 3 votes Davey, 1 vote Danny, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Danny. We got 3 votes Davey, 2 votes Danny, 1 vote left. And the final vote goes to Danny. We're tied. We got 3 votes Danny, 3 votes Davey. We're going to do a revote. This is probably in case of an idol or something. I don't know. But anyway, the first vote on the revote is going to go to Davey. 1 vote Davey. Second vote goes to Davey. 2 votes Davey, 2 votes left. Third vote is going to go to Danny. 2 votes Davey, 1 vote Danny, 1 vote left. And the final vote goes to Danny. Oh, okay, we are deadlocked. So, Babs, Chaz, Lenny, Ricky, are they going to get a consensus? Consensus is not reached. So we're going to draw rocks again. Okay. So Babs, Lenny, Ricky, we're going to draw rocks. Who draws the purple rock and is out of the game? It is going to be Ricky. Ricky, the game has spoken. Honestly, this might be why she was purpled throughout the season, because she gets rocked out of the game. I thought it was looking pretty good for her. She was looking like she was going to be a finalist at this point, but I don't know like what happened here. How did it end up in a tie? I don't know. I think maybe she was not willing to lose Davey, and so she went against both her alliances, in which case, Ricky, what are you doing? I don't know. Let's find out what happened. We got Babs, Chaz, Davey voting for Danny. Danny, Lenny, and Ricky vote for Davey. Okay, interesting. So it is Babs and Chaz. They are betrayed by their alliance. Interesting. Danny, Lenny, and Ricky, the newly formed final 3, they go against Babs and Chaz, and they try to take out Davey. Honestly, they should have tried to just pull in Davey for the vote and taken out Babs here. Blindsided her or something. But whatever, Ricky rocked out of the game. Nobody flips on the revote, by the way. Anyway, we'll move on to the finale. We got 5 people here. honestly, I think every single one of them could be a strong winner. Maybe not Lenny. He had a winning story at the beginning of the merge, but I don't know what's been going on with him since. But we got Babs Lamore, who I think is the strongest player of the season so far. She has had pretty strong relationships. She's lost a lot of relationships, actually, but always been able to pick herself back up. She has the only idol, which she's going to have to play at this tribal council. And I think she has a decent shot at winning, but I also think she's going to have a trouble with the jury because she's not like the most well-liked player in the world. We got Chaz Goldstein, who similarly to Babs is not well-liked, so I think he's going to struggle against the jury. But he has also played a pretty decent game. He has had pretty rock-solid allies, but a lot of people that have not liked him. He's won some immunities. He honestly could comp to the end here, but I think it's going to be rough for him to win because of just his unlikability. We got Danny Shino-Miller, who kind of became an underdog after losing Sierra, and then promptly got kicked out of the alliance with Babs and Chaz. Of course, he didn't even like them, so that's not a surprise. But I think Danny has played a pretty strong game. He had his final two from the beginning. Once he lost his final two, he pivoted, decided to pick up new allies. Unfortunately, loses Ricky here as well, but I don't think his game is over. He still has some legs left. And then we got Davy Bones. If he makes it to the end, I think he could definitely win because he has been very well liked by pretty much everybody on this season. But it is going to be hard for him because he doesn't have any allies anymore. He lost his alliance. He lost his number one. He's voted against pretty much everybody in this final five. So I think he could definitely get clipped at some point. And then finally, we have the ultimate underdog of this season, Lenny Aguilar. The only lantern remaining in the pre-merge, only lantern still remaining, somehow made it to the final five. He's had to lay low in the merge, finally enters this alliance now in the final six round here. Although he was also in that 5-person thing, so Lenny, he's not been a slouch in the social game. I think he would be a really good winner, and I would love to see him win, because he's definitely had a very strong winning storyline. But I don't know if he's going to get there. Maybe, we'll see. I mean, he still has this alliance with Babs and Chaz, and if the three of them just stick together, he's probably gonna win, because the two of them are very much not well-liked, and he could just get all the votes, right? All right, on the beach, we have Babs with the only idol. We have this final two between Babs and Chaz. Babs, Chaz, and Lenny have a final three, and then Danny and Lenny now with a final two, which is not very strong. So Lenny is probably not gonna be loyal to Danny, I think. Also, I do think his road to victory is with Babs and Chaz. Chaz and Babs have an unbreakable relationship. Lenny and Davy have a strong dislike. Lenny and Chaz have a strong bond. Okay. And then Davy still doesn't like Babs. Babs still with a medium bond toward Davy. Davy and Danny with a medium dislike. And then Danny and Babs with a mild dislike. Lenny and Babs with a small bond after they were bonding in the last episode. And then Danny and Chaz with a slight dislike. Lenny and Danny with a slight bond. We have another twist. This is going to be the thing where Chaz is going to have an advantage at the immunity challenge because he finds the advantage. Does he win immunity? Yes. He also wins reward, which is stake, and he's going to take Babs with him on reward. That is not a surprise. On the beach, what's going on? We got Danny and Lenny finding something in common. We got Chaz and Davy bonding strongly, which has a lasting impact, and then Babs with a major meltdown. Oh no. Davy, though, working hard at the camp and becomes tired. All right. Final five here, back in Tribal Council. Chaz has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone would like to play a hidden immunity idol or a secret advantage, now is the time to do so. Babs, unsurprisingly, plays her idol on herself. Any votes cast against Babs will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Davy. 1 vote Davy. Second vote goes to Davy. 2 votes Davy. 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Danny. 2 votes Davy, 1 vote Danny, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Danny. We got 2 votes Danny, 2 votes Davy, 1 vote left. And the 14th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Tomarang, 7th member of the jury is going to be Danny. Danny, the tribe has spoken. Not surprised to see him go. I think losing Ricky kind of tanked his game, and now unfortunately he is gone here. He had a good run though. I was impressed by his game, but it just wasn't really his game to win this time around. So it is Babs, Chaz, and Davey who vote for Danny. Danny and Lenny, they vote for Davey. Of course, Lenny was in a final 2 with Danny. So he throws him a bone, but unfortunately it's not enough. And so Danny, he's gone. All right, part 2 of the finale. We got the final 4 here. We're gonna go into fire though, so anything could really happen. What is going on now? We got alliances that are the same. Lenny and Davey have an extreme hatred? What? Since when? Chaz and Babs with an unbreakable relationship, of course. Davey and Chaz with a strong bond. Davey with strong dislike toward Babs. Babs with a small bond toward Davey still. We got Lenny and Chaz with a strong bond. Babs with a small bond toward Lenny, and vice versa. Okay. So it does seem like Davey will definitely be going into fire unless he wins immunity. Let's see who wins immunity. Maybe he can pull it off. He does not. Babs wins immunity, and so she gets to choose who goes into fire and who doesn't. On the beach, Davey and Lenny, they bond slightly. They had an extreme hatred, apparently, and not anymore, maybe. I don't know. Let's go to tribal. So the final 4, they arrive here, but we are going to send somebody into fire. Babs has the necklace tonight. She is safe, and she can give safety to another member of the tribe. And she is going to give safety to Chaz. Not surprising, her final 2, they are going to make it into the final tribal council. And so Davey and Lenny, they're going to make fire. And the person who wins fire is going to be Davey. Congrats to Davey. He is safe. Unfortunately, Lenny, the tribe has spoken. He couldn't do fire. Otherwise, I think he probably would have won. So, fallen angel Lenny here, but it is what it is. You have to know how to make fire on Sims 4 Survivor, right? Anyway, let's just go to Final Tribal Council. We've got the final 3 entering here. Babs Lamore, Chaz Goldstein, and Davey Bones. The 3 of them, they played their case for why they should win. The 8-person jury, they all ask their questions. Then they cast their votes for who they think should win, and it is time to crown another Sims 4 Survivor winner. The first vote goes to Babs. 1 vote Babs. Second vote goes to Davey. 1 vote Davey, 1 vote Babs. And the third vote goes to Chaz. We're tied. 1 vote Babs, 1 vote Davey, 1 vote Chaz, and 5 votes left. And the fourth vote goes to Chaz. 2 votes Chaz, 1 vote Davey, 1 vote Babs. Fifth vote is going to go to Babs. We got 2 votes Babs, 2 votes Chaz, 1 vote Davey. And the sixth vote goes to Chaz. 3 votes Chaz, 2 votes Babs, 1 vote Davey. Fourth vote is going to go to Chaz. Congratulations, Chaz. He has somehow won the game. I am honestly shocked because nobody seemed to like him on the tribe. But maybe likability didn't really matter because I don't think anybody liked any of these 3 people. This is probably the least well-liked final 3 on Sims 4 Survivor. So they probably just looked at strategy and gameplay. And Chaz definitely played a very strong game here on this season. So props to you, Chaz. Who votes who? It is Cameron, Danny, Gray, Lenny, and Ricky who vote for Chaz. Lux and Sierra vote for Babs, and Bennett is the sole Davey vote. Of course, he's gonna vote for his final 2. The fan favorite of the season is going to be Mateo for some reason. Okay. Well, anyway, that's our season. Here is our elimination order. We've got Megan Ford in 18th place. Then we got Jackie Hyde in 17th. Mateo Creek in 16th, our fan favorite, allegedly. Jalen K in 15th. Yolisa Ray in 14th. Luciana Moreno in 13th. Crystal Rivers in 12th. Lux DeMarco in 11th. Gray Reed in 10th. Sierra Moss in 9th. Cameron Lewis in 8th. Bennett Finley in 7th. Ricky Lee in 6th. Danny Shino-Miller in 5th. Lenny Aguilar in 4th. Davey Bones in 3rd. Our runner-up, Babs Lamore, and our winner, Chaz Goldstein. Most immunity wins goes to Chaz. He got 3, Davey got 2, Babs, Bennett, Danny, and Gray all got 1. Most votes received was Danny with 13, Davey got 10, Cameron and Lux got 9, Bennett, Crystal, and Mateo got 7, Luciana and Yolisa got 6, Megan got 4, Chaz, Gray, Jaylene, and Lenny got 3, Sierra got 1, and then Babs, Jackie, and Ricky got 0. Ricky and Jackie, of course, got rocked out of the game. And then Babs with 0. That's surprising because she was very much not well liked on this season, but nobody voted for her. Interesting. Most strategic is Lenny. That kind of checks out. I think that makes sense. I think Lenny played probably the best game on the season. He probably deserved the win here. Fallen Angel for sure. Gray Reed is number 2? No. No way. He wasted a knowledge's power. He didn't do shit. Let's say Chaz is number 2, and then Babs number 3. That's fine. She can be there. So there you have it. That is our season. All hail our current reigning Chaz Goldstein. This was a fun season. I don't know if I loved the new era seasons for Brand Steel. So I don't know if I'm gonna do 41 or 42. I think I'm gonna probably not do them. There's just too much going on with the Shot in the Dark and all that shit. I think it makes fun TV, but I think for Brand Steel, it's just too much mess. Anyway, what a fun season. I'm excited for whatever this new era brings Sims 4 Survivor. And I will see you in the next one, whenever we get to that one. Goodbye.